While the labor codes introduced in the parliament, it has seen that all trade union rights are given away. To form a trade union, to conduct strikes, and all other form of actions will be curtailed. That was the nature of that labor codes. Anything in the public sector are remaining, that is because of the resistance of the struggle. Otherwise, all it should have been gone to private hands. The main demand is to scrap the labor codes. That is the main demand. Along with that, we are raising the farmers' issue, remunerative price, implement the Swaminathan Commission report, and loan waiver like schemes should be implemented for the farmers. That slogans also raising from the trade union platform. And considering the other trade unions also, they are not class-oriented trade unions. Something on certain subjects they are uniting. But they are not vehemently opposing the economic policies of the government. They are not entering to that subject. Only strike the labor codes. Congress is shouting in the parliament against Modi or Naravana's book, but they have not shouted a single word against this.
Hello and welcome to Left Lens. Today we have Comrade Elamaram Karim with us, the Union General Secretary of the Centre for Indian Trade Unions. Comrade Karim has earlier been a member of the Rajya Sabha. He has also been a member of the Kerala Legislative Assembly. In the government of Kerala, he has handled important portfolios like industry as a minister. Comrade Karim, good to have you with us. Welcome to Left Lens.
Thank you.
Comrade, in a few days, the general strike called for by the Joint Platform of Central Trade Unions is going to be held on February 12th to be precise. This is in fact the second general strike in this financial year itself. We've just had one in July. So let us discuss the upcoming general strike and some of the issues related to it in this episode of Left Lens. Ever since 1991, when the country's economy was liberalized, when we opened our doors, so to say, since then we have had 22 general strikes called for by central trade unions. The joint platform is a platform of 10 trade unions. Apart from CITU, which you represent, there's the AITUC, the INTUC, and all those. Now we're headed to the 23rd general strike. So naturally the question that is there in people's mind is, what is the result of the past 22 strikes that have happened? What have we achieved over the last 22 strikes?
See, after independence, people, including working people, peasantry, everywhere, had great expectation during the Nehru government. At that period, government policy was self-reliance, development of industry with the support of Soviet Union. Several public sector, gigantic companies were installed. And in the agricultural sector, self-reliance in producing rice and wheat. And such a policy was there. People in general had an expectation our country will grow and the poverty, unemployment, all people's livelihood issues can be overcome by these policies. But after 2, 3, 5-year plans, people's expectation has gone. The beneficiaries were big corporates and big landlords. General people, particularly the agricultural workers, industrial workers, and other working class, they were distressed. Their expectation has gone and started agitation in those days also. But at that time, only CITU was in the forefront of national agitation. CITU formed in 1970.
Yes.
No other major trade unions were not willing to join with CITU. INTUC, the prominent trade union in India, were supported by International Congress. They were not in the agitation or strike and any sort of action in those days. And BMS also, they were not in the path of agitation. AITUC was not joining with CITU in those days.
Yes.
In 1971, the historic railway strike happened in the country. Trade unions generally supported, particularly CITU. ITUC was not supporting.
Yes.
Anyhow, it was settled, not unconditionally withdrawn.
Yes.
There was a settlement, a partial victory was there.
Yes.
After that, it was visible the anti-people policies of the government and the resentment rose among the people. Slowly, nationwide agitation was growing. In 1991, Rao Manmohan Singh government started the globalization policies.
Yes.
Our prestigious public sector was under attack,
Yes.
and the several areas, foreign capitals and multinational companies were entered. In that situation, CITU started campaign and agitation in different forms. Slowly, AITUC and some HMS like National Trade Unions joined with CITU. Several forms of coordination committee was there, UTUC, United Trade Union Council, like that some coordination committees was there. Sponsoring committee of trade unions in the different names. Different type of action was initiated by trade unions in those periods. During the Vajpayee government, that government appointed the second National Labour Commission under the chairmanship of Ravindra Verma. That second Labour Commission's report was anti-labour and which was aiming disbanding the public sector and diluting the trade union rights, everything. During that period, again, nationwide agitation started. Because of the strength of that agitation, government could not implement the second Labour Commission in the country. It was a victory.
Yes.
And after that, slowly, the unity among the trade unions strengthened, including BMS. All national trade unions came to a platform and started the agitation against the privatization and anti-labor policies throughout the country.
That's this joint platform.
Yes, it was a strong agitation. Several national strikes happened in those periods. Up to 2014, it happened.
Yes.
During the UPA government also there were united action with all trade unions against the government policies. But when Modi came to power, BMS withdrawn from the unity. Then the united platform, sponsoring committee of trade unions, such name has changed, and again started agitation. 2019, government introduced the labor codes.
Yes.
There was a move to amend the labor laws. It was smelling from 2014 onwards, but it came to a reality in 2019. While the labor codes introduced in the parliament, it has seen that all trade union rights are given away.
Yes.
To form a trade union, to conduct strikes, and all other form of actions will be curtailed. That was the nature of that labor codes.
Yes.
We strongly opposed in the parliament. Our number was very few.
Yes.
Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha number was very limited in left parties. Other bourgeois parties, they were raising namesake opposition. Congress was very silent during that period. I was the member of Rajya Sabha in those days. I was a member of the Labour Standing Committee also. After introducing these 4 labor codes, it was sent to Labour Standing Committee. While scrutinizing that bill's, Labour Standing Committee has made several amendments, proposals, unanimously, and some opinion raised by CPIM and DMK member, it was not included in the joint report. It was note of dissent that also recorded in that report. It was submitted to the government. But while again returning to the parliament that bills for passing, a single proposal, unanimous proposal, was not considered by the government.
Yes.
The old form itself, it was introduced. We were vehemently opposed.
Yes.
And there was, in 1920, there was the historic agitation of farmers was
Yes.
there
2020.
during that period. Code on wage first came in the Lok Sabha, it was passed unanimously. Only opposition was from CPIM and CPI. They demanded voting, but Speaker didn't allow. He never heard the voice of one or two CPIM members' voice in the Lok Sabha. It passed unanimously, that is the record. But while came to Rajya Sabha, the total number is less than Lok Sabha. We were 9 of LDF.
Yes.
And DMK members also. They joined us. They strongly opposed the bill. And I have given several amendments. Every amendments I asked voting. They were disturbed by the voting. And the BJP members came to me, why you are asking vote? A symbolic voting is necessary like that. And while finally it was passing, after all amendments were voted out, they have the majority. Finally, the bill was put for voting. I demand voting. Division. Then it was put to vote. What happened is, we got only 9 votes. Congress party supported the bill.
Yes.
We never expected such a move from Congress. They were also namesake opposing here and there, now and then. But they supported. Ghulam Nabi Azad was the leader of the opposition. Yes. He was present there. It passed. After one or 2 weeks, in 2020 January, the other 3 courts came to the parliament. At that time, the farmers' agitation was on the peak.
Yes.
We were agitated in the parliament and come out from our seats and assembled in front of the dais of the chairman, and some papers we thrown away to the table, and we 12 members were suspended.
Yes.
We were out of the parliament. Next day they introduced the 3 where the courts. In the morning, we met the all opposition parties and we signed a memorandum requesting to postpone the consideration of these 3 laws. All opposition is boycotted the house. In this situation, it should be postponed. But they never minded.
Precisely the point, Lord. See, they don't mind. You see, even despite all these struggles, despite all the joint actions, the protests, after
What
the July
happened?
9th, again the labor codes have been implemented now.
See, after this, what happened with the farmers' struggle and continuously the joint struggle of the trade unions, government was hesitated to implement that bill from 2020. Up to 2024, they waited. Why? They have the majority in the parliament. 24 election, they again won. But they did not notify that bill because of the agitation, strong opposition from united platforms. And BMS, while they are not joining with other trade unions, there were also some reservations on the certain provisions of the bill. They were opposing silently. They were discussing with the government. Considering all these aspects, government was not implemented that. All these agitations from 1991 onwards or from 1977, the emergency period, all these agitations, what benefited to the working class? See, anything in the public sector are remaining, that is because of the resistance of the struggle. Otherwise, all it should have been gone to the private hands. The railway, anything is balanced, anything is remaining in the public sector, that is because of the struggle. And our gigantic public sector companies remaining functioning, that is because of the struggle. And the labor laws remained up to 2025, that is because of this agitation. What happened is, in the Bihar election, they won wonderfully. everybody expected there may be a change.
Yes.
That was the political scenario while the election was starting. But finally, BJP won. From that situation, they thought this is the better time to implement this labor code. They started.
As you rightly pointed out, you see, all the agitations till now have been critical of successive union governments' policies on industry and labor. They've been for workers' rights, including the previous one in July. Now, in the upcoming one,